The first thing I would suggest to coaches that are doing this are to really like tune in and listen to the language that the athlete is using to describe themselves. So you kind of get clued into their self-talk, but you also get clued into their beliefs around what emotions are appropriate and even good, and which emotions might be inappropriate or bad. And a lot of that sort of that expectation for what emotions are appropriate and good in sport can be really tied to their identity, their upbringing, their culture. These are really important things to consider. For example, if a young female athlete grows up with the belief that a good woman is going to not be aggressive or not demonstrate confidence or cockiness, then that might be influencing the emotions that they're allowing themselves to show on the court. And so the first thing we need to do is just like recognize what are their beliefs around the emotions when we show the emotion wheel. And then when we bring the emotion wheel into it and ask them to identify the emotions that are present when they're playing their best, and if they're able to kind of shed that binary good or bad thinking and actually recognize it as, okay, these aren't good and bad. These are like either going to help my performance or they're going to hurt my performance. So which ones are going to help it and which ones are going to hinder it? So to do that, let's look at when we played our best, these three emotions were present. Okay, so let's explore that. It's kind of a shorter, modified, more accessible version of the ice off. But it's really something that it can be a tool that we're using for young athletes, and any age athlete. I do it with my college athletes as well and elite athletes. But tuning them in to recognize it's that self-awareness, like what emotions are present when I'm playing my best, and what can I do to recreate those feelings.